I hope you guys can hear me. I am in one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my whole entire life. And I'm looking at one of the most stunning rocks. And what captivates me the most, especially being here, is the amount of texture, the waves, the lines. It's so beautiful, and you can see, just let me show you. You can see so much history and what this rock has gone through, how old it is, all these layers, and it's incredibly stunning. Same with this rock over here. I'm 23 years old. I've seen a lot of rocks in my lifetime, but this is by far some of the most captivating. And I couldn't help but think of how backwards it is when it comes to the way we are so breathtaken by nature, all of its lines and its textures and its history, and then we look at our bodies in the moment we have stretch marks. They're ugly, they need to be lasered off, which is so depressing. And I remember when I was growing up and I started to see my stretch marks, I thought they were really, really cool. I never thought anything of them until I started to look at tabloids and I started to see people saying, oh my goodness, my biggest fear is getting stretch marks on my stomach when I'm pregnant, and all these things that again, it's just so fucked up. And when it comes to aging, we're all so afraid of aging. There's so many biohackers out there that are obsessed with the concept of living longer but also looking younger. But there's nothing wrong with looking older. The way that we even ask somebody's age, we say, hey, how old are you? I find that to be so incorrect. The way that we should even ask each other our age is, how many years have you lived? That's so much more beautiful than saying, how old are you? Old things aren't always a bad thing, of course. Quality can degrade sometimes with age. But it doesn't pertain to us, to humans. I think the older we are, the more experience we have, the more wisdom we have. It's beautiful. Our wrinkles, our stretch marks, everything, our scars. In fact, not too long ago, I was with Lucas walking in Paris, and one of his old friends came up to us because we ran into each other, and she was with her mother, and it was, I'm not kidding guys, probably the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. She had really captivating, beautiful eyes, incredible hair. And her face, you could tell she has never put on sunscreen. She didn't get a facelift, she didn't have Botox, she didn't have fillers. Not that I'm shaming or hating anybody that's done that, absolutely not. Her beauty was breathtaking. Her wrinkles were breathtaking. Her face and the way she carried herself, her confidence, the eye contact that she would hold. I'm still speaking about her to this day. And she was her rawest, most natural self, no makeup. And that little encounter I had with her in the street shocked me to the core. And this is something that I truly love about being able to connect with nature. Yes, I live in a city. I always grew up in cities. But when you come to the actual raw, majestic side of nature, you ground yourself and you realize, what the fuck, this is what life is about. You realize what actually matters. You realize what actually is natural and beautiful. And it's a breath of fresh air because, being on the beach side, being by the beach clubs, going to those nice restaurants, you walk in and I would never hate on a woman, ever. But you guys know what I mean when I say that you walk into these places and you see a lot of plastic, you see a lot of unrealistic body standards, and you see a lot of people that have most definitely gotten work done. And just the way they carry themselves, it's not beautiful. You could have, from the top to the bottom, have the most perfect body with a lot of help from a surgeon or whatever you do. You can put in the most work and effort into your diet, into your routine, and your exercise and be tip-top shape. Their bodies may look great, but they don't radiate that. They don't radiate that from within. And then when I go to other places, more family-friendly places, where people are actually not there to show off, compare, you know what I mean. I see women that have beautiful bodies with their children that are just happy, and to me, they're the most beautiful woman on the beach. It's insane. I hope that both women know. I hope they both know that they're very beautiful, and I hope that they both know that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, and there's no need to transform your body to please society standards. Trends come and go. the fear of aging is fucking horrible. And biohackers really need to chill out because we shouldn't look down on wrinkles. Yes, we should take care of our inner health and have healthy bones, keep them strong, have a lot of muscle on us, but when it gets to cosmetic enhancements, just relax, It's a bit too much. And also, I can't help but I know all of us compare each other when we get to the beach or where we go to a place and there's very beautiful people at the beach. You never know what these people are going through. And I'll say this because when I was at my fittest, bikini body ready, I was modeling, I didn't really have a choice. I was the most miserable. I was actually the most self-conscious of my body. Funny. I had 0 testosterone. I had no libido. I was completely drained, tired, as in 8 p.m. would come by, I'd want to hit the bed, I would take naps throughout the day, and I had lost complete interest in any of my hobbies, any of the things I love to do. Conversations at the table would be very null. I wouldn't really incite anything interesting. It was too much energy. I was not Mila. I was not myself. I was not doing well. And there were so many girls and friends of mine that would say, oh my God, Mila, I love the way you look so great. What are you doing? Give me your routine, give me your meal plan, everything. And in all honesty, I told them, you don't want to be doing what I'm doing. Like, I don't feel my best. So please don't ever compare yourself when you're in a place where everybody looks fucking perfect and you don't feel like you represent that perfection. You don't know their health status. You don't know what they're going through. And if you feel healthy and you feel happy, trust me, they should be looking up to you, and it should definitely be vice versa. But again, I hate speaking about this because I hate to put other people down and other people up. Like, I don't like to criticize. I feel very weird when I do that, but it just has to be said. I just want to say it in case any of you guys do that, because I used to do it. Lucas is down there and I'm getting a little bit anxious. The current is quite strong, and if he loses his balance, I lose him. So yeah, I'm gonna head back down. Hopefully you were able to hear me, because this is not the best place to record. It is so freaking loud with the ocean and the waves crashing. Stretch marks are beautiful. I mean, fuck, look at this. Wrinkles, stretch marks, texture, scars. They add so much character, they tell a story. And stop asking people how old they are. And if they ever ask you that, reply differently and say, I have lived for 23 years. How many years have you lived? Because that's fucking beautiful and that's powerful. We're not old, we are wise. And I'm sorry, but wrinkles are fucking adorable. I love you guys. Ciao. Get it! Eres mi mejor amigo. Hi guys. So I had to end our our other recording because I don't know if you can even tell from the video. I had been out there for hours and I was really dehydrated, losing my train of thought, and I didn't like the way that I ended our conversation. And what I wanted to add in is that it's so important to remember that our bodies change throughout our lives. Sometimes it's because of things that we cannot control, completely beyond our control, genetics, hormonal imbalances, PCOS, insulin resistance. I mean, going through any hormonal imbalance or anything like PCOS, sometimes you have uncontrollable weight gain, definitely for those with thyroid conditions as well. And that can bring about stretch marks. That can bring about discoloration from insulin resistance on our neck, on purple stretch marks on our tummies. And obviously, if it's brought by a health condition, it should definitely be addressed with care, with attention. But these are natural responses that our body does and gives us in order for us to understand there's something going wrong. Same with when you have jaundice or when you have yellowing of your skin, your liver needs immediate attention, but it's its way of communicating to you. And there's absolutely no reason to ever feel ashamed of how your body looks. And like yesterday, I was surrounded by the most breathtaking place, surrounded by beautiful rocks full of texture. And it reminded me of something so profound. I'm sorry I'm squinting. Everything is just so white here. I have very sensitive eyes. And even just think about searching for shells and rocks on the beach. We never pick up the one that is perfectly one color and smooth. If anything, I find that to be the most boring rocks. We always want to find the ones that have texture to them, that have a little bit of color here and there. And I actually, when I was younger, I was like probably 5, 6, very young, I had a friend who had vitiligo. And I would put limon. But yeah, I never know if it's yellow or the green one. I would take the green one and I would spray it on my arms and put it in the sun because that was something I've always been told by my dad. Like, I love lemonade. And he's like, make sure you don't get lemon on your skin or it's going to stain. And of course, it happened to me. But when I saw the stain and I saw my friend, I thought it was so cool and it was so beautiful that she had like these discolorations and that they were like quite even. I thought it was really cool. I thought she was like, she had a superpower. I was jealous. So I would take the lime to match her. And, you know, in my young eyes, I thought she was the coolest person ever. There was no bias, no influence from the tabloids or anybody else telling me that her skin was anything less than beautiful. I saw her for who she was, you know, unique, incredible, a very fun friend. So yeah, it saddens me that as we grow up, society tries to tell us that our differences need to be fixed and that they're flaws. But the truth is that they make us who we are. You know, my scars that I have here, I broke my arm and I scraped it going in a Vespa with my mom on a hill. Society will tell me they're ugly. For me, I have very fun stories and I think they add character to me. I have multiple scars all over my legs as well. And I remember when one person told me, oh my God, you'll never be able to model because you're full of scars and you can't even wear high heels because I have a really nasty keloid right here. And I believed them for the longest time. I even went as far as to ask a plastic surgeon if I could get surgery on it to remove it. And now I just look at that person and I go, wow, I feel sorry for them. That people are very ignorant. And all the stretch marks and the discolorations that I've had when I was going through my hormonal imbalances, my health journey. I don't know if I still have it, but I had even... This is actually quite normal. Oh, my camera's following me. But I also would have a line on my belly, like pregnant woman. I forget what hormone causes it, but there's like a dark line on your belly. You can get that as well if you're not pregnant. I was very self-conscious about it, but now I realize it is so fucking normal. And my God, there's so many airplanes. There's so many airplanes flying by. I'm gonna go inside. But just like your body, with its freckles, its scars, its discolorations, whatever it may be, it is a testament to the masterpiece that you are, your own unique masterpiece. But they also tell a story of the life that we've lived, how much we've grown, what we have endured. So next time you look into the mirror or anybody ever makes a comment, don't focus on what's wrong. Instead, just see every line, every dot, every freckle, every scar, anything you carry on your body, embrace them. Because just like all the rocks on the beach, the most interesting and beautiful ones, they're never perfect. They're rough, they're textured, they're full of history. And that's what makes them so beautiful. I think that's a better ending, right? And like always, you have to say hello to my guest. Say hi to our girls. Hup. Even Milky, guys. A lot of people think that I shaved her to be this way because she has like little mechones de blanquito. And then if you lift her up, her entire belly is bald. I'm sorry for exposing you, but you're so beautiful. She is incredibly soft because of this. She's like suede. And she has the luxury of being a dog. So she has nobody or no dachshund Kardashian to compare herself to. So that is a luxury, but I'm sure that if the tables were turned, she maybe would not be as fierce and as confident as she is. We actually have a dog next door that is massive, like massive. And she barks at it, thinking she's stronger and bigger. So...